It's the NFL on EA Sports, where representatives from the AFC and NFC will square off. It's the Cleveland Browns and the New York Giants, and it comes your way next.
It can hold over 82,000 fans, and every one of those seats is filled for this one, as our coverage of the NFL brings us to MetLife Stadium. Alongside my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott, and this is a matchup, Brock, that we may see many, many times in the future of this league. A couple of rookie starters leading their offenses at quarterback.
And that really does make it a measuring stick game for both of them, Kate. Rookie quarterbacks in the draft, they're always linked to each other from the moment they're tabbed the starters in their first season. And then when you get to look across and you get to play one, you know that both of them want to be the one who leads their guys to a win, because that's a victory that'll be talked about, well, for the rest of their rookie season and beyond.
Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And away we go from East Rutherford. Here's DeAndre Carter with the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. And they'll be led out by this promising young signal caller out of the University of Colorado.
Kate, when I watch these rookie quarterbacks running out to open a game, I think of the old World Series great pitcher Cliff Lee. And he made a one-handed play in the World Series and was asked about it afterwards. They said, man, how do you have so much poise? You didn't even look nervous on that stage. And he said, sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. You got to tell yourself you'll be just fine. And these rookie QBs, that's part of the learning curve they're climbing.
No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Back to the well again. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Micah McFadden able to make the play.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
His first throw is an interception. Picked off by Deontay Banks. And the Giants get the football on the first turnover of the contest. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
So the Giants out and getting set for their first drive. And it'll be their rookie QB who brings them out.
Simply put, there's not a throw on the field he's not capable of making. His arm can reach every blade of grass, which as a defender is an absolute pain to have to worry about down in and down out. And as an offense, it energizes you for the possibility of a big play at any time.
They go play action on first. Escapes the puck, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
We spend so much time talking about an offense and how they script their first 15 plays typically. But how about that defensive coordinator, that head coach? Heck, every player on that sidelines, you couldn't script it any better. Well, other than maybe taking the ball away, creating a negative play, creating a sack, creating an offense now behind the chains, that's exactly how you're looking to start.
Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he's got it up to midfield and into Browns territory. Call it a gain of 4, and now it's 3rd down and that unlucky 13.
You know, Kay, one of the reasons it's so hard to run the ball in the NFL is to move grown men off their spot against their will. You get a run play like that, you've done your job. You've moved them against their will, and you've set yourself up for some later success.
He fires one deep down the middle. Wide open, downfield. Got it! He does it! Touchdown, New York! The Giants pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. If anyone is still doubting that this guy has an NFL caliber arm, Brock, add that to the list of highlights he can use in his defense. That was an NFL throw.
And gotta be such a confidence builder. Yes, the game is faster. Yes, the windows are smaller. But when you execute with precision, touchdowns can follow.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Gano ready to send this away. To return, Jerome Ford. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Onto the field comes the Browns offense for the second time. And time to hit a quick reset here, partner, after they find themselves behind following that opening drive INT.
Yeah, you say reset, I say Control-Alt-Delete. Pretend like it didn't even happen. You got to flush it in a hurry.
And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Micah McFadden able to make the play. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Micah McFadden able to make the play. That's going to be a gain of 6, and they need only inches now here on 3rd down.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Back to throw on 3rd down. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Tried getting it to Jerry Jeudy. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Secures this at the 17. And he's brought down before the return gets far. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. And it'll be Giants football. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. Completed over the middle. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Hauled to the ground by Jordan Hicks.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. He'll throw it. Finds his target, Robinson. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. He's going to throw this one. That's complete to Darius Slayton. It's a pickup of 11. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Throwing from the gun here. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. From the gun, it's Tracy. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
They go right back to Tracy. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Now hang on, looks like somebody came out after that play a little shaken up. Not sure we saw exactly what happened, but he'll get some assistance now. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. A give to Tracy up the middle. A lot of grass ahead. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
These runs, you get maybe a couple of them a game, right, Kate? He breaks that one, and we see him start the foot race. I think we were all rooting for the touchdown just a little bit. That's the type of effort that deserves to finish it in the end zone.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Tracy has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Buying some time, and they will score. Touchdown, New York! The Giants pull that in front further, 13-zip. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Gano for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Gano ready to send this away. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. That's complete, David Njoku. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And they scoop it up. Time to push for the line. And that play backfired. He's brought down way behind the line.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. An 8-yard gain on that run, but they're going to need an even heftier gain. 3rd and pretty long here. Here's a throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. It's a 2-score game early. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. The Browns are lined up to punt. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. Got 46 on his first punt, so this one's pushing a little more distance. It's fielded at the 14. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Giants and Tyrone Tracy are running back on now. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And they're going to take over possession. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. That's why they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Taken in by Bellinger. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. That's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line of game.
On the handoff, this is Tracy. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Tackled there by Jerome Baker. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Tracy once more. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Call that a modest improvement. 3 yards that time, but still a 3rd and 7 upcoming.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
The Giants readying to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And the Browns will go on offense. First and 10, they're going to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Javon Holland there to make the stop.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Dropping back to throw. Finding Judy. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Throw reeled in by Njoku. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Giants side of the field.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Here's 2nd and 2. Deep drop. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz the corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Man, there's no way around this, Brock. They had that offense exactly where they wanted them. And the penalty gives him a whole lot more breathing room.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the late, great Dennis Green. He said it perfectly. We had him right where we wanted, and we let him off the hook.
They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And this is run down into the red zone at the 19. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Another carry for him. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again. Now hold on, everyone. There's a Browns player shaken up after that play, and he's in need of some attention. So now here's 3rd and 5. They're throwing it. That's caught for the first. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Looking to throw on 1st and goal. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
So the incompletion on 1st, here's 2nd and goal. Ford. And he gets in, touchdown! The Browns start to fight back with their first points of this game. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
On comes Dustin Hopkins to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return coming from the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. Now here comes the New York offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. It's the Giants who have 1st and 10. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. They'll throw on 1st. Has his man, it's Tracy. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Award that tackle to Michael Hall.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
From the 43. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
You put up the combine times of tight ends running a 40-yard dash, and they certainly don't run as fast as the safeties or the corners in this league. But when you get them going in the right direction and you get them dragging across the field like that, well, they could still do their damage.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. He's on the move. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. The defense calls a timeout. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The Giants are set to punt. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his 1st one. Pulled in at the 20. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing it to start this drive. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. This one intended for the running back. And it's going to be second down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Second and 10 now. Catch made left side by Judy. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Now looking to throw. Got a man, it's Njoku. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Halfway to the marker, it's second and 5. From the 48. Catch is made down the right sideline. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Offense set for a first and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Gets this to Johnson. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. Dustin Hopkins is going to try this Browns field goal. This a 39-yarder. Carlson's kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
I know, you always want to finish drives in the end zone, but no matter what, the important thing is they end in some kind of points. And that's mission accomplished there.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. One final shot before halftime. He's going to lob one deep down the left sideline. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. That's going to bring us to the end of this first half of football with the Giants holding things down in East Rutherford. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. These two teams heading out of the tunnel. We're ready to get back to it. For the call of the second half, here is the great Kate T. Scott. Kate?
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Starting from the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Giants offense with the football. They'll get it first in this second half. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. A handoff to Tracy. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Big shot to begin the drive, has him up beyond the 40. Going to the ground again on first. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6 from the secondary. Grant Delpit on the tackle. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. Man, offenses love execution and plays like that on first down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
Here's Tracy. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka gets there to take him down. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3.
That counter could never get started. Good chance someone on that line telegraphed that play because the defense was all over it. Fortunate just to make it back to the line of scrimmage.
He's got it inside the 25. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Give him 32 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that can stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes. And what a difference it can make for an offense.
To throw here on first down. He finds Johnson. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Giants will have a first down.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
From the red zone now. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, QB put it pretty close to the sideline to begin with, and the defender, look at him, just put his little hand right out there. It just encouraged it to fall out of bounds.
Back to the air on 2nd down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You train a little bit of speed, sure, but you sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
The kick by Gonzalez is good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Gano ready to send this away. Here's Ford on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Micah McFadden able to make the play. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They give it to him again. And his drive forward halted after a couple of yards. Micah McFadden able to make the play. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. Back-to-back carries here. Has the first, but wants more. He's past the 45. And he's finally brought down just a yard shy of midfield. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that gives the Browns a first.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Changing things up, they're going to throw now. Judy there to grab it. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Micah McFadden able to make the play.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Hey, no matter what the call was offensively, the key to the success defensively right there was that blitz. With their initial push, able to generate so much pressure and get the sack before he could find any outlet.
The Browns are lining up to punt. It'll be Corey Bajorquez doing the honors. This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. The Giants and this running back headed back out for a new series. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this 2nd half. They run. Here's Tracy. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He puts some power on a deep one left. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
There was a window there for a moment, but boy, did they close the gap before that throw could arrive.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. It's Tracy on the carry. And he's got it up to midfield and into Browns territory. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3. Pass play coming here. Complete beyond the marker. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
This is Tracy. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. Second and 6 coming up here. From the 37. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Grant Delpit in to pick it off.
You know, one of the beauties of the game of football is it never sits still. It's constantly adapting. And that nickel defense right there, critical in taking the ball away. And when you think about nickel defense, you think about Rondé Barber, won the Hall of Fame in the summer of 2023, really revolutionizing the position of the nickel back. That nickel defender and that nickel defense, critical in that takeaway we just saw.
Back out now comes the Browns offense. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And that's good for a gain of 5. Bobby Okereke making that stop. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Three quarters in the books from this one. It's the Browns football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 34. Finding Judy. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down. Throwing from the gun here. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Blown back, it's the handoff. And this run's limited to a minimal gain up to about the 44. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Back to throw now. Dumps it off to his running back. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
That's how you draw it up defensively. That's exactly what you want the coverage to do. Force that quarterback to throw it short and get off the field.
Their punter making his way out now. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Brings it in at the 12. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it's going to be their football coming up. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Back to throw. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
You know, that's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys are going to have a little fun with him in practice this week because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Pass play now. He's got him. That's Tracy. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
They've got first down from the 31. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing now from the gun. He completes it in traffic. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. The easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
And the Browns add an extra defensive back out there, nickel package, third down. Running this with Tracy. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was played just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
First and 10 from the 41. Setting up a throw. Got it, man. Robinson has it. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
He did such a good job, and not just hitting him in a window on that slant, in the right window, but hitting him right in time, right in a spot where he had room to run and add on to that catch.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's going to run this down to the 36-yard line. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
You're sure happy with that offensively when you can hit a defense where it hurts, right in the middle of the field. And doing it on the counter, just simply overpowering them with their blocking, makes it that much sweeter.
Here's 2nd and 2. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he lost the football! And the Browns pick it up! So just like that, Brock, a very nice drive ends in a whimper from that offense and a real roar from the defense who get off the field by recovering that fumble.
Yeah, that defense was just getting walked backwards, and one of them finally said, enough is enough. And I'll tell you, the way they were moving the football offensively, I think you felt it, I felt it.
Yeah.
A touchdown was coming, but that defense responded.
The Browns getting their offense out there. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Throwing now, following the turnover. Connects with Johnson. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Pass play on 1st and 10. Hits his running back. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Giants side of the field.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. That one complete to Njoku. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
They are throwing it again. Got a man. It's Njoku. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. It's a pickup of 11. And that gives the Browns a first.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
Finds him over the middle. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Judy now in motion left. Handoff on 2nd and short. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing now. That's Tillman. He's got it. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
A give now from the gun. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. Now to throw. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
I hate those situations, Kate, as a QB. I'm looking for an open passing lane, and I can't find one anywhere. He thought he had one available. Defense did a better job of knocking it away.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Here he is to throw. They can't connect as the coverage comes through. The 4th down stands.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Tracy. And he takes it forward to the 12 for a small gain. Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. And they'll have just one left to burn now. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They go right back to Tracy. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Setting up for the kneel down on third. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Punting unit out now. And he's going to have to hit this one from the edge of his own end zone. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. He takes this in on his side of midfield. And he's brought down before the return gets far. So here at MetLife, it's the G-Men who come away with the win. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a well-earned win for the Giants as we say so long from New York.